No one is above the law, but some cops tend to forget and find themselves in serious trouble. So, here's the roller coaster of realization that led to the downfall of a law enforcement officer.
Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! There's a gun behind me.
I'm at Target! I'm having something cords and they're beating me up!
And this father-son duo truly teamed up against these corrupt cops and showed them who's boss. I doubt that these cops completed patrol school because they don't appear to be well versed in the law and were caught on camera trespassing onto private property without a search warrant. This was all based on a simple assumption that the victim in the video had a gun.
I haven't resisted.
Officers!
What I'm trying to do is talk to you. I am behind my back. This is unbelievable.
No, I know.
This is
They
unbelievable.
walked in the house without a search warrant.
This is unbelievable.
Okay.
It's all on film. Get my camera.
It's on my phone too.
It's on my phone. The whole thing is on film.
An unsung hero emerged when the victim's son began filming the entire incident and shared some fascinating insights, despite the cops abusing their authority and taking the innocent man to their car. Listen to what they have to say.
Step back.
Look, he just touched me.
You can record all you want, but you're stepping back right now.
This guy, I'm
back.
Hey, don't touch me. Stop harassing me.
We're just trying to.
I'm videoing this. Please get out of my personal space.
No.
Yes.
You're not gonna
Get out
interfere
of my
with what we're
personal
doing.
space. This is my property. Please.
You're not gonna interfere with an arrest.
Later on, the man's son, who was just 15 at the time, presented so many convincing arguments that it almost made some contemporary attorneys look bad. See how he rendered the police confused.
For what? That guy threatening me? Why isn't that guy going to jail? That guy threatened to beat. So why aren't you guys arresting him?
That's not the
Why aren't you
information
attacking? Yeah, he can just lie.
Jack, step back and keep recording.
I'm literally in my space, and this guy's just touching me.
I didn't touch you at all.
I have it on video.
I've been recording this whole time, buddy.
Okay.
Upon realizing their wrongdoing and that the child possessed way too much legal knowledge to be taken advantage of, the police resorted to actions that were neither appropriate nor lawful.
What did he say?
He goes, that bike is illegal. I said, no, it's not. It's a 50cc bicycle, and I have a permit for it. Okay. And he said, get out of the way. He was on his little road bike. He said, get out of the way, or I'm gonna. If you guys want to believe him, and we have 2 witnesses, he has 0.
Okay, calm down. Calm down.
No, I'm pissed off because you guys just came in our house.
Considering everything, I have a good feeling that this father-son team won't let these policemen off lightly. The guy was hurt due to the use of brute force from before, but this is what happened next.
Just for some dude saying that my dad had a gun. 1, he has a concealed carry permit, and 2, we had 5 cops pulling up to the house, a fire truck and an ambulance for no reason. He got tased 3 times. He's coming in and he's arresting him for resisting arrest in his own house, and he can't. Both officers.
But not everyone is that easy to deal with. Here's the guy who proved his innocence by highlighting the lack of cause in the arrest of this cop. Most teenagers drive recklessly or get caught driving under the influence. But that was not the case with Taven Galanakis, 19 of Newton, Iowa. Officer Nathan Winters of the Newton Police Department pulled him over, resulting in an unpleasant and needless altercation.
You were a while back.
Has to be within 500 feet. You got your license, registration, insurance with you?
Yeah, I got you.
Is this your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you new to town or something?
No.
I just noticed you have Adair County plates.
Yeah, I got it from my grandpa.
Okay.
Taven was made to step out of his vehicle for a background check by the police, even though there was no obvious reason for it. Perhaps to scare the guy, or only to stroke the officer's ego. He continued by asking Taven some really ominous questions, which made it clear that his true intentions were only to humiliate him.
Hazel, do they ever change colors?
Nope.
Okay. Not that you know of? Okay. Can you see my finger clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
How many more we got?
This test is about 2 minutes long.
Taven was so convinced that he was sober that he requested Officer Nathan to just conduct the breathalyzer test on him so he could establish his case and be on his way. But the cop wasn't having it and forced him to go through the standard field sobriety tests, which were entirely unnecessary in this circumstance. Watch him be the most obstinate officer ever.
Questions about the test?
Nope.
Okay, if you don't have any questions, you may begin. Keep your legs straight.
Is that 6 inches to you?
Yep. Okay, you can relax. I got one more test for you.
All right.
Just follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, and don't move your head, okay?
Gotcha. You want me to cross my eyes or what?
I want you to follow my finger all the way in.
The true defining test had now arrived, and the outcome was evident. But the officer was a tough cookie who did not back down easily. When his fraudulent accusations failed, he went on to accuse the teen of another crime, leaving him in astonishment.
I stopped this guy for having his brights on. He fumbles around with his registration 3, 4, 5 times. He bombed sobriety. LOC is present. Finger to nose is bad. I asked him, I read him Miranda, PBT 000s. So he says he'll do an evaluation, but he's kind of...
I believe that the police officer had probably realized his error by now, but out of pride, did not want to concede. And even after the kid had clearly shown that he was innocent, this is what he did.
He's not here, though.
No.
I'm having a hard time breathing.
It sounds like you're breathing just fine.
I literally can't breathe through my nose.
When did we use weed last?
It's honestly been so long, I can't remember. I've done it before, but it's been a really long time.
And why is your field sobriety so bad?
It wasn't even bad, I was doing good. The only thing I messed up on was not going 9 steps like you said, but I thought you were going to tell me when to move.
Taven was held all night at the police station, and despite having already proven himself, he was forced to do more tests. It was rather satisfying that he got Officer Nathan to come up straight to him for a dialogue when it was established that he was indeed innocent.
So your mom is also here. Bottom line up front, we're going home tonight. Okay. I have no evidence or no information to suggest that you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol.
Thank you.
You know, Officer Winters is a very talented officer.
And if you think that was too much, FYI, even disabled people aren't safe from the brutal hands of corrupt cops. What began as a shoplifting complaint evolved into the reason Albuquerque police officer Kenneth Skeens was dismissed. On the 19th of August 2022, a Target employee noticed a man hesitating at their pay register and contacted 911. The officers came on the scene and, without properly assessing the situation, charged in to grab the man, who was visibly crippled. Take a look at how the incident was needlessly escalated.
This was getting
So go ahead and grab your money, sir. We're walking out, okay?
Can I please just take
So we're gonna grab the money for you, okay?
Can I please, I got all the money.
We're leaving, okay?
Yeah.
And you're going to be identified, okay? And you're going to be issued a criminal trespass that says you can't come back to this business anymore, okay?
The individual was having difficulty understanding what was going on, but the cops misinterpreted. The mighty cops chose to use brute force after the poor old man refused to comply with their commands.
Sit down, man.
I just do
We're
nothing
not
wrong.
playing with you, man. Sit down. Don't try to hit any of this, okay?
I ain't hitting anyone.
Just sit down.
You're talking to me.
All right, you got an ID on you, man?
I'm not giving you any idea.
You don't identify yourself, you're under arrest, okay?
The man then took a minute to call a friend or family member, but the police, who were determined to hold him without cause, stopped him. Take a look at how the man handles things.
I was just paying, had my stuff locked in my fanny pack, and the security guards came, and I didn't take more time than anyone else before me. No, the door. Hey, leave it. My name is Matthew McManus. Hey.
It is not uncommon for police officers to lose their composure over trivial matters. Following the event, an inquiry was conducted, and Kenneth Skeens was dismissed for acting inappropriately. It's just the beginning, but with the corrected accountability framework, I believe that there's some hope.
Calling 911.
No, you're under arrest now for concealing identity.
No,
So now you're going to be charged, okay, with concealing identity, resisting officers, okay? And you're going to be trespassed so you can never come back here again, okay?
No, that's not right. I was just paying my things.
If you think that situation could have been avoided easily, check out how berserk things went in the next one. A white family anonymously tipped the Orangeburg Police Department about Clarence Gaillard, whom they said was straying in front of their house with a gun. As Officer David Dukes arrived on the scene, well, you're about to see what transpired next.
Put your hands behind your back. Is there a gun back there?
Ain't no gun.
By that truck.
Ain't no gun.
Hey, you got a gun on you, man?
No, I ain't got no gun.
All right,
I don't want no gun.
It was then discovered that the unfortunate old man had recently undergone surgery, and when the cop got physical, things became more complex for him. Some neighbors overheard the commotion and came out to console Clarence.
Y'all bust my head down. You throw me down.
I sure did.
And
You wasn't listening.
Yeah, no, it ain't. You had to throw me down like that. I'm disability.
Okay.
I got head problems. You throw me down. You throw me down.
After reporting the event to his supervisor, the officer quickly realized that he had made a mistake and would soon find himself in some serious trouble. Fortunately, the elderly man's family member arrived and asked the police what was going on. See Clarence's account of the traumatic event he just went through.
When he was behind the truck, I couldn't see what he was doing. And I didn't know where.
There ain't nothing there.
Where that went? If it was still in his pockets when he come around that car with his hands in his pockets.
His nose on camera.
That's fine.
The elderly man was soon taken out of his cuffs, and emergency medical personnel showed up to see if he had suffered any head injuries or a concussion. Subsequently, the man's relative approached Officer David for an ID. Officer David lied and refused. Fortunately, his superior arrived on the scene and handled the matter. Boy, I've never witnessed such contempt for a fellow police officer in a superior's eyes.
Brandon, he can get his stuff off the car. 1059.
And this police officer isn't just being stripped of his police gear. He's about to be stripped of his position, too. Officer Justin Augustine of the Pequot Police Department was taken into custody on August 27, 2023, by his lieutenant, Rick Byron, the reason for which was rather alarming.
Are you going with me?
No.
What are you going to do?
I'm going home.
Can you call somebody to come get you?
I don't need to.
I'm not going to let you drive. Can you call your wife?
I can drive by.
Okay. All right, let's go out here.
In an emotional condition, Justin accidentally confessed to his crime in front of the lieutenant. And the following section of the video kind of shocked me, since I'd never seen an adult cry like this.
You don't have your phone? You want to use mine?
What's this gonna do?
Huh?
What's this gonna do?
I don't know. That's why I got to call him. So, how much did you drink today, Augie? A lot. You know he's going to want to do a test, right?
The difficult task of registering Augustine into the system fell to the lieutenant, who had previously exhibited signs of compassion for him during the altercation. The lieutenant attempted to ease down the accusations against his officer when his superior entered, but his answer was quite interesting.
To help you understand, what I'm going to do is assign Deputy Chief Preston as the internal affairs investigator. Right now, you're going to have to make some decisions. I'm ordering you to do testing. You're required to do it, but of course, it's not like we're going to hold you down and make you.
Augustine is finally made to sit down and listen to the charges against him and the consequences he will be facing. That's what you get, buddy, for drinking, driving, and then wrecking a police cruiser. Have a look at his dramatic reaction to all of this.
If you refuse to take any chemical tests required by law, your Ohio driving privileges will be suspended immediately and you will have to pay a fee to have the privileges reinstated. You will be disqualified from operating a commercial motor vehicle for a period of not less than 1 year, and you will be required to surrender your commercial driver's license to me. You know how it works. I just need you to sign right there stating that was read to you.
So, what happens when you're well within your rights, but cops come up and harass you anyway? On December 14th, 2021, Army veteran Jeff was in downtown New Smyrna Beach, Florida, raising awareness for his God Bless the Homeless Veterans outreach program on a public sidewalk. As the sidewalk was right in front of a brewing company, the manager came out and told him to stop, even though he had no right to tell him that. When Jeff ignored his command, he called the cops on him.
You don't own the sidewalk?
I do up to here.
No.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. God put it in my heart to stand here on the public sidewalk. You don't own the sidewalk?
We do right up to here, actually.
Right up to there?
Yep.
Okay.
So right now you are on our property. I'm asking you not to be soliciting outside.
Okay.
Officer Galt of the New Smyrna Beach PD came up and initiated an unnecessary confrontation.
They don't want you up front of the business.
Okay. I don't want you up in front of the business.
Okay, well, that's
So,
not how this...
so you can go get in your car and leave? Like, I'll give you 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have a nice night.
They just don't want you up here anymore.
I don't care.
Jeff was then falsely accused of doing things that he certainly did not do. But he defended himself like a pro, as he was well aware of his rights.
I'm just saying God bless the homeless vets.
Okay, yeah, and you got the right to do that.
Yeah.
They just don't want you in front of their business. I mean, is there a reason why you're up here?
God put it in my heart to be here.
No, is there a reason why you're in front of this business?
Yeah, God put it in my heart to stand right here and say God bless the homeless veterans.
Is there a reason why you're in front of this business?
Not particularly this business. I'm just on the public sidewalk.
Then came in Officer Beatty, who went a little over the top while trying to make logical arguments.
Okay, your attorney has to do with court.
Mm-hmm.
That's not us.
Mm-hmm.
And because we're here for you, we have the right during an investigation to identify you.
Okay, I'm not identifying myself.
So you're going to end up going to jail.
I told him my name is Jeff, and that's all I'm giving you.
No, if you want to give us your information, then that's fine.
Yeah.
He made up false rights to try and intimidate Jeff into giving up his ID.
For the identification of you, which is an investigation that they started.
Okay, I'm not giving any identification. I'd like to remain silent.
Okay, at this point you're being detained, okay?
They then detained him unlawfully, while the veteran displayed an exceptionally calm and cooperative demeanor.
Matter of fact, once you guys just put me in cuffs, I don't want any. We will. Since I'm armed, I don't want any problems. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm not gonna resist.
You're good. Listen, we're not I just came to tell you what legally is supposed to happen and what legally will happen. You are allowed your attorney.
After seeing that Jeff wasn't resisting at all, they suddenly tried to be friendly with him, but ended up making more absurd statements.
Just make sure you're aware of what's going to go down, because you won't.
I'd like to remain silent. I'd like to have my attorney present. I'm not answering any further questions. I will advise you guys that you're in violation of my civil rights, and I
absolutely not.
I ask you cautiously proceed from this point forward. Okay?
Okay.
Officer Beatty then came back after having a word with the complainer and some of the customers and reiterated the same story he was told by Jeff in the first place.
The only person who has a complaint about you standing on city property, which is not his problem, which is what I was explaining to him.
I just wanted to stand there on the sidewalk.
That's what I was trying to just tell you. You just got to figure out what was going on.
So, you have the right to be on the sidewalks.
He was finally let go, and all of his property was returned. When you're visually impaired, life is already tough. You don't need a couple of police officers making it harder for you. A few police officers stopped 61-year-old James Hodges of Lake City on October 31st, 2022, when he was just going about his business. In many ways, what came next was completely unneeded and forceful.
Have you ensured that it's not a firearm?
No, you keep turning so I can't see it. You don't have
Well, you're being one to me.
No, sir, I'm
Have
doing
a
my
good day.
job.
Am I detained?
Yeah, you are. What's your name and date of birth?
It does not matter.
Yes, sir, it does.
Do you have a crime?
Would you like me
Call
to
your
put you in?
supervisor,
He's right
please.
here.
Because they lacked a solid reason for James's arrest, the cops began making bogus allegations in an attempt to establish their fabricated story. But the elderly guy was wise and aware of his rights. He presented good reasons to the cops, and after hearing them, the officers lost their calm and did this.
Sir, are you legally blind? Yes, I am. I had to walk up here in the dark for jury duty, which was canceled. Why aren't you using your stick? You don't have to use your stick all the time? Not all the time.
26.
The cops built up on their inappropriate behavior and began to harass him as they showed absolutely no regard for an elderly man who was also visually impaired. Take a look at how that went.
All right, let's go.
I want your name and badge number 2, sir.
Have a seat.
You want to pick my property up, please?
I sure will, after you have a seat.
James Hodges was ultimately taken into custody on an unidentified offense, but the elderly man refused to be intimidated or subjugated. Then, he said something so audacious that the other policemen began to truly dread this boomer.
You want to pull this out of my back pocket?
Sure. Here, I'll grab your jacket for you, too.
Thanks for joining us on this revealing journey into the consequences of corruption in law enforcement. If you found these stories eye-opening, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, and share your thoughts below. Until our next exploration, stay vigilant and demand accountability. Take care, and see you soon.